Hi guys, welcome back to part 9. In the last part we gave our homeless friend a ride and we went to a gun shop, talked to a little old lady to see what the shooter bullets were from. She gave us a little bit of clues, and in this part, who knows? So let's get into it. Continue. Okay, so the little eyeballs I guess are where we can get clues. It's not letting me... It's not letting me touch anything. Okay. Let's back to menu, I guess. Okay, press start, continue. Why did it say night 1? I'm confused. I'm not on night 1. What happened? Okay, we're still at night 4. Jesus, that scared me. Okay. Can I touch things now, or? Okay, I fixed it. Oh, there's a suspect. We should go get them. I am worried that I'm slowly draining our money. 3 teens are running on the sidewalk to the left of you. Something about a beer. Okay. Pierrot. I'm too drunk to drive. Oh, a drunk suspect. Perfect for questioning. You pull up in front of the address the central office gave you. A crepe joint. Quite a popular one by the looks of the line spilling out the door and onto the sidewalk. Ooh, a crepe shop. Fun. Oh, that sounds so good. You sit for a moment. The door opens and a group of 30-somethings comes into view. All the men and women are dressed alike. Sporty, running shoes, jeans, small shoulder bags. They're officers from the Paris anti-crime squad in plain clothes. You sigh. They're brutish types. Ones who like to race, tackle, clobber. Ones who ruin the afternoons you spent wandering around Paris in your teens. After a bit, one of them pulls away from the group and comes over to your taxi. He opens the door and collapses onto the back seat. He is stocky and of Asian descent. You can see his muscles through his thick winter clothes. He smells like crepes and hard cider, and his face is bright red. Hey, what's up? I live near Turnus. He chuckles as one of his colleagues rushes over to the taxi and pulls an imaginary gun from his coat. He points to his badge and screams at you with a big smile on his face. What a douchebag! The other cop eventually backs off and you drive away. Sorry, man, we are having a going away party for a colleague and celebrating Christmas, too. Uh-huh. Don't take it the wrong way. They're not bad guys. You glance sideways at him. He just laughs in response, but quickly stops himself. I'm truly sorry. We didn't notice how late it had gotten. It's pretty tense right now. Your passenger smiles and puts his finger back on his temples. I drank too much. Shit. I'm a lightweight and they knew it. I think they were trying to loosen my tongue. His behavior changes abruptly like he's just seen a ghost. One question. Yeah? Do taxi drivers have some sort of policy or ethics code? Yes, of course. He smiles. Perfect. Because I don't know who to talk to about this, and I don't know, you look like a nice guy. He takes his head in his hands. Fucking shit. I've been lying to my colleagues for years. I joined the squad 8 years ago, and they all think I'm in a relationship with a woman who lives in Strasbourg. And that's where we're gonna get married. Oh, and that's where we're going to get married. He makes a strange yelping noise like an air bubble bursting on the surface of a river. I don't know. As soon as they get too close to Strasbourg, I start making up stories. We've almost broken up 10 times. I convinced them we're trying to have a kid, but it hasn't worked yet. He sighs. Fuck, Saying it out loud is just the worst. His eyes are getting shiny. I'm gay. A deep breath. I'm getting married in a few weeks. To my boyfriend. Another breath, longer, deeper. No one at work knows. Not a soul. The next sentence comes out in a rush. He holds his breath the whole time. I like men. I've always liked men. But I work in a police station and listen to their comments, to their jokes all day long. When we catch a guy who's never done time before, we tell him briefly what he should expect. We talk about the violence, about the... Finally, he breathes in again. I say we because I'm in on it. Because I can say fag any time of day without any prompting. The word rolls off my tongue completely naturally. Fag. He finally looks you in the eye. They're not mean. Who? He shakes his head. My colleagues. My colleagues aren't mean people. They're cops, not mean, just doing the job. He manages to flash a tiny, crooked smile. You know what I'd really like? He pauses. I'd like to have them over for dinner. Everybody on the squad. They could see my place. We could play a board game, something normal, you know? And they could meet James. He's your husband-to-be? He takes a moment to think about your question. Yes, soon. He smiles at last, a genuine smile. Can you believe it? We're getting married in 2 weeks. After living together for 9 years. For 9 years he's been willing to live in a lie. He understands. It's wild, but yeah. He knows I love my job and couldn't possibly do anything else. He loves me enough to let me keep lying. He slowly shakes his head. But I can't go on like this. I have to. He freezes. Shit, my head is spinning. I don't feel so good. Why am I telling you all this? Why? He grabs onto the seat in front of him. Hey, can you pull over? You stop immediately. He opens the door and leans the top half of his body out. I got an achievement for him throwing up. He throws up. You open your window to air out the greasy smell of fried crepes and the sour scent of cider. Ooh. A moment later, the cop sits back up. Okay, I'm all set. I got it all out. You start driving again. I'm sorry, really. As long as it's not in my taxi, he snickers. I promise. I'll warn you if it might happen again. You nod while your passenger moans and quietly says, I'm sorry. Yeah, just be careful, okay? He pauses to catch his breath. Shit, I haven't barfed like that since last Easter. They made me drink this South African liquor, something with cream and cocoa. That sounds delicious. Nasty. I guess not. I can still picture it. I was doing shots while they shouted my name. Karate Kid, Karate Kid. Karate Kid? He seems uncomfortable. It's my nickname on the squad. Karate? Yeah, I was a judo champion. And I'm a gook. What the fuck is a gook? So, he runs his hands along the side of his body like he's showcasing it for the Home Shopping Network. What the fuck? So, Karate Kid. Yeah, I know, it makes no sense. It's racist. Well, yeah, a little, but at first I didn't say anything. And now, I'm used to it. He stops suddenly. Everything's spinning again. Can you? You pull over. A repeat of last time. He opens the door, leans his head out, his torso, his arms. The sound makes your stomach churn, so you stare straight ahead. Can I ask you a question? More puke on the sidewalk. A little inside the vehicle. No, not in my cab. Go ahead. Fine, shoot. He sits up, prompts you to drive. So, here goes. What should I do? Should I keep on keeping on? Should I confess? Should I invite them to my wedding and surprise them? He pauses. It's a long one. Be straight with me. What would you do if you were me? If you were in my shoes? I think you're being hard on yourself. You're hurting yourself rather than trying to solve the problem. You're not going to change your sexual orientation or leave your husband, so there aren't a ton of alternatives. You have to tell them. Tell them. Wow, I've got to tell them. He looks at you in the mirror. Can you take me somewhere else, if you don't mind? I don't mind. My colleagues are at a bar. I'll go see them. Tell them everything. If I don't do it now, then I'll never do it. A smile of relief spreads across his face. It's not just the alcohol talking? Yes. But I think it's about the 10th time I've gotten wasted this month. You're right, I'm hurting myself. He gives you the new address. I need to tell them now. I feel terrible, but I think I'll feel better if I speak to them directly. His headache is apparently back, and it's knocked him out a bit. You're used to having drunk people in your cab. Actually, the majority of your Saturday night passengers are drunk. I don't know how to tell them about all this. From the tone of his voice, you can tell he's beginning to panic. I don't think I'm ready. Should I turn around? Turn around. He scans your face, trying to figure out what you're thinking. You think that it's your decision. Good then. I want to go home. He sighs. It's not a good idea to talk to them when my blood alcohol level is so high. Thank you. The remainder of the ride is long. You can see he's having trouble sitting still. Once or twice, you sense he's about to break and change his mind. Then, nothing. He appears to calm down and remains completely still, lost in his own head. You keep an eye on the road. In the back seat, your passenger is almost asleep. You park in front of a small townhouse. There's a light on upstairs. He's still up. I'm going to talk to James. He looks at you. I don't really remember everything I said, but thanks. He chuckles. I hope this taxi ride wasn't just in my imagination. He pays and gets out of the taxi. You listen to his clumsy footsteps on the cobblestones. He climbs a few steps up to the door. Before he has time to find his keys, the door opens. Warm, soft light floods the street. You drive away. Okay. Oh, what a sad, sad tip. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Okay guys, I'm going to end that part there. Thank you so much for watching part 9, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!